Hola, Antonio amigos. We are recording. I got a doozy for you, man. This is good. I got a doozy. We got a Green Beret drama queen, one of the special forces little drama queens selling coffee mugs and t-shirts for the cause. Big fan of Joe Kent, whose second wife is, Joe Kent, the Republican candidate, whose wife is in a hardcore socialist green left Max Blumenthal, the Grey Zone. It all makes sense because it's all Green Beret counterinsurgency stuff, military intelligence. Let's now watch Marga calls for Tucker Carlson to be cancelled and killed. Sorry about the light, but as the earth tilts back for winter, the sun blazes through my window at this time and it's a little sad, but let's now, I'll show you what I mean. Let's watch this. I'm going to give you a narrative. Now, all this talk, I keep looking at the wrong camera, all this talk about, all this talk about Tucker Carlson's been groomed for the presidency, all right? Our Jew hater extraordinaire, Adolf Hitler is here. He shall lead us to our bright shining destiny. These evil Jews will pay. They will pay. Crowd goes wild. Goldstein, Goldstein. The thing I want you to watch is Jews, Jewish power, political Zionism, and the state of Israel are the kings of data analytics. And they're sitting there calling for everyone to be cancelled. All their little whores are all on there shaking fists defiantly. We will overcome. And they look at their, 3,000 views, Tucker Carlson, 5.1 million. They know this. They know what they're doing. Again, I can ask simple questions and I hope that you can too. You ready? Let's just make sure. I'm going to pause for a second to make sure the sound's good. Okay, we're good to go. We're good to go. Let's go.
And what I'm about to show you is ultimately why
this is Valhalla VFT. This is one of the Green Beret drama queens. Look, I speak to all sorts of interesting people, and these people are not respected. There are some Special Forces channels which do a lot of exposing of drug trafficking and bad behavior by Special Forces. They don't worship Special Forces. They really expose a lot. They do not like these people. There are people, Special Forces, who've done pretty amazing things and had waged warfare with integrity, best they could under difficult circumstances, both Australian and American, that I've met and I've spoken to personally, sometimes face to face. And I assure you, they consider these efforts, all right, online Special Forces drama queens. That's what they call them. And he's one of them, all right, selling his coffee mugs and t-shirts. He's a brave warrior now. He said, I ain't stepping around these people no more. Yeah, because the blood of the martyrs who've come before you opened the door so little shit for brains like you can make a comment and sell your swag and merch.
Has to be disavowed in America because this is what's coming.
You're here because of the comments you made online about the Jewish community?
So what?
No, I'm saying, are you
I have a freedom of speech, dude.
Yeah, no, we get
Incorrect. Let me start by saying this. I don't know what he said about the Jewish community. Did he say all Jews must die, the Jews should be killed? The police have every right to come to your house and say, welfare check, are you okay? You've made threats against the Jewish community? I don't know, but we don't know what he said. Now, if he just said, pleased to see Tucker Carlson getting traction, I've had enough of these arrogant, racist Jews, something like that, they've got no business coming down. We don't know the guy. We don't know his history. Do the police know him well? Just saying, I've got freedom of speech. That's bullshit. No one just has freedom of speech. If I say to a cop, I'm going to kill you, motherfucker, guess what? Boom! Stop this freedom of speech rights bullshit. It's never existed in history, all right? You have a right to political speech to talk about political subjects. If I say, I fucking hate my neighbor, he needs to die, is that allowed? Can you say that? These are simple questions, people, all right? They can say, well, if there's no intent, no organ, well, you got to know that. You come onto the radar, now police are making inquiries. You're okay, they're looking up your background, history of violence, all that sort of stuff. Are you okay? You're just having a bad day? Look, just chill, please. Let's keep the peace. You don't think police have the right to do that? Should they be expected to do that? Yeah, I fucking bet they should be doing that. 100% they should be doing that. I don't mind the police coming to my house when I was arrested, initially just to say, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And we had an initial discussion. But of course, they charged me with racial incitement, but they were literally backpedaling. Why did they come? They told me directly months later. We came for one reason, Brendan. The Jewish community told us that you had been stalking them for years and threatening their children. And I just burst out laughing, saying that is the most bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life. Bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life. But that's the Jewish community. Look, they're just born fucking liars. All they do is fucking lie. They really do. I'm sorry. I've had direct experience with them. They will literally say anything that is so absurd, you're going to go, yeah, but that's backfiring on you. Why are you even saying that? They don't care. There's something wrong with them. Seriously.
Yeah, I get that.
So we got to make sure that you're not.
Do you get a warrant?
No.
And what you're doing is basically soliciting. You understand that, right? Yeah. Means you're not welcomed here.
Not true. They don't need a warrant. Depends. I don't know the context of the video, what he wrote. Now, in England, of course, that is ridiculous what they're doing in England. People are writing just stern words about Jews and other issues, and suddenly, the crazy, well, allegedly Muslim lunatics they're bringing in. And they're obviously totally separate issue. But I don't know what this guy said. See, there's no context. But what he's giving the impression of, I can say or do whatever I like. I can say, oh, maybe that's the plan. Hey, just say whatever you like, everybody. Trust me, I'm your local military intelligence Green Beret drama queen. Because you telling me, a responsible person with a large audience, wouldn't give some context and some background to this?
Bye.
And the police left. He exercised his rights. What's the problem?
Stay off the lawn, please.
Police in Texas showing up to a man's house because he said something they didn't like online.
Tell us what it is, dickhead, brave warrior, friend of Joe Kent, the guy that was staring intently at Mary Silver after she attended all those Republican meetings, and he stared at her in the cafe with his daughter, scowling at her like a bitch. Fuck Joe Kent.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And if you haven't been paying attention to politics this week, my God, the conservative movement is in absolute chaos. Hard
Yeah, that's the
lines
way
have been
people like
drawn
it.
in the sand between MAGA and what is now an official sub-party of the conservative movement, America First. This comes off the heels of the RJC convention. If you didn't watch this, we're going to go through it in this video, which was essentially a bunch of whiny crybabies who got on stage and called for the cancellation, censorship, deplatforming, and killing of people who say things that they don't like. Now, I have no idea how we got here to where MAGA was now just the party of left-wing neocons and never-Trumpers, which I'll prove to you in this video. But here we are. So a lot of you are really not going to like this video, but I encourage you watch it, especially if you're MAGA, so you can understand what you're supporting in 2025. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel. Let's jump into this thing. Now, let me be very clear up front on my stance. I don't care who it is, left wing, right wing. I will always stand up if you are attacking American fundamental constitutional rights, especially the First Amendment, which it's not the left currently doing that. It is MAGA, and more explicitly, the Christian Zionists in MAGA, who have now decided that instead of debating ideas and using
Excuse me, the Christian Zionists have never debated any ideas, ever.
intellectual arguments to prove to the American people who's right.
And where were you, bitch? Where were you, bitch? Special Forces brave guy. Where have you been all these years? Talking about leftists and Marxists.
Just want to cancel you, deplatform you, and
No,
censor.
these people have no. These people don't even blush. Oh, I'm the hero now. Awesome. Will I sell more swag and merch so I don't have to work for a fucking living? Oh, of course.
you. And for me, I don't care if you're Don Lemon, Rachel
Yeah,
Maddow.
let's just move along.
It's like conservatives forgot cancel and deplatform them as he went on a massive rant about how good it is to cancel people instead of debating ideas.
What do you mean we don't cancel people? We canceled David Duke. Donald Trump.
Okay. Cancel David Duke? I didn't see a cancel David Duke. You made movies about him. He was all over the internet for years. He received millions of dollars in private funding. How did you cancel David Duke? You see, they always lead the opposition. First, they give him masses of publicity. Then they're always well-funded, living in mansions and living the life. Okay? How did you cancel David Duke?
Trump canceled David Duke. We canceled Pat Buchanan. We canceled the John Birch Society. We canceled Joseph Sobran. We canceled pornography on TV. We cancel stuff all the damn time. Hitler admirers, Stalin admirers, Jew haters, American haters, Churchill haters. You're damn right we're going to cancel them and deplatform them.
You're going to cancel everyone who says things that you don't like, huh? This is America.
Wow, look at this hero. Look at this righteous hero. Isn't he a brave warrior? It's completely safe now. He's turned up. He wouldn't utter a fucking word. He's such a rat. God, I hope word gets back. I hope word gets back. Not that he'll care. He won't care. But, dude, I speak to some pretty serious people, and they consider you a fucking faggot, rat, queen, little drama queen, special forces, girly, gossiper. That's what they consider you. Seriously, when I asked about it, I said, he's a little drama queen gossip. That's how you're thought of. But, you got a good job with military intel, running your little, working for the FBI. We get it, getting names, taking names. Everyone who comes to your little Valhalla, room clearing and firearms training, you get all their names, you ask them questions, find out about, yeah, you're doing all right, aren't you?
About you, guy.
Oh,
We're
wow.
not going to cancel anybody. This ain't 2021 anymore. We've moved past that.
They've been murdering and cancelling and ruining careers for how long now? This jerk-off just discovered it. This fucking jerk-off just discovered it. They're so fucking brave when they're overseas killing little brown people. Ask them to come back and do their duty, and they're just making YouTube channels and selling coffee mugs. Gotta love it.
We're in the open freedom of ideas market now,
Ooh.
whether you like it or not. And so as we go through this, MAGA that are watching this, what do you think about shit like this? You support that? You support
Yeah, put your names down. Please comment freely.
intellectual cowardism? That's what that is. I'm too scared to debate my ideas because they're failing.
Where did this go? He just turns up. I can't bear it. He's just turned up now it's safe. Now I'm going to link myself with Candace Owens, Jewish Board of Deputies, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson gets on a stage and said, the Jews killed Jesus and they killed Charlie Kirk too. Crowd goes, wow. Then he goes, but I didn't do anything. Why are they saying these things about me? I just quoted the Bible, But by the way, I won't tell you who did 9/11. Ask Whitney, hey, Whitney, who did 9/11 and who's Chris Boleyn? Simple questions. You'll just get your answer immediately. 19 Arab hijackers? Maybe they put a little, maybe Israel was involved. That apparently is enough for their handlers and their heroes. You just ask him. Ask this fucking cunt. Ask this cunt, this fucker. Hey, dude, who did 9/11, bro? 19 Arab hijackers? You do realize that the fucking Young Turks, are sitting there, Anna and Cenk, little hot Annas there going, well, Al-Qaeda and 19 Arab hijackers who did 9/11. It's 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Our heroes exposing the Jews. Achtung, das Judenrats. Have a look at them. Who did 9/11? I don't know. I wasn't here last week. I missed that question. Have a look at them. First question. Come on, have a look. Fuck. They're so easy to see through. They're fucking transparent. The emperor has no clothes. Look at these bitches. The left. I'm fighting the left. The Marxists. Oh, we're attacking Jews now? Oh, okay, awesome. Who's benefiting from attacking the Jews? Give me the information I need. Tell me who Zohar Zisopal is and Rad Group, who run all the power, all the electricity, all the industrial controller switches, all the banking ATMs, all the bank databases. They're in the fucking Pentagon. They're in core code Microsoft. They were fucking running Intel. Hello, little green ballet, homosexual. Yeah, you, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Anything to say? What about Mary Silver? What about your little faggot friend Joe Kent? Where's Sammy Bird? Where was Sammy support? Where were you, Green Beret faggots? Where are you? Where's Dirty Harry? Cat got your fucking tongue? Yeah, you're all fucking quiet. You fucking miserable cowards. I live only to expose you. You.
So I'm going to call.
This guy was probably at January 6th, winding it all up. The Republic rests on the orange PP clown. Maybe big tough guy Green Beret is going to tell us who the fuck Ari and Rahm Emanuel are. Maybe.
All for the cancellation of people who disagree with me. Now, who is Mark Levine? And there's going to be a pattern as we go through this. We all know he's a fucking hardcore rhino neocon, but friendly reminder, what MAGA is now is the party of left-wing neocon, essentially the Rhino Party. MAGA moved to the neocon side, while everybody who was MAGA is now America First.
You think your stupid little podcast, your stupid little...
All right, I'm sorry. I can't stand it. I want to make this short. This link below, go watch it yourself. They talk about America first. We've got to give money to these countries. Yeah, look, Russia is hoping too that you don't give money to Israel. They're hoping you abandon Israel, as is China, because they're ready to move in. I guess I'm going to have to show a few articles. So imagine this, right? All of these fuckers to a man and a woman is an absolute pro-Vladimir Putin Russia fan. Oh, okay. All right. Bibi's a dog. Jews suck. Jews killed Jesus. Israel sucks. Okay. So someone for the last 20, 30 years who's hanging with Klaus Schwab and Heinz Kissinger, the ultimate globalist, I guess anyone associated with him would do it. Okay, let's get the cabs up. I'm going to press pause and get the tabs up. I can't do this anymore. I have to do it. Okay, Israel and Russia links. I got a few links here, just a few. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the fun? Yeah. Look. Yeah, I'm going to have to get them up. I can't, there's no shortcut. I've got to get them up. Okay, I got a few up. Oh, it's painful. Let's now watch Trump. Remember this. Putin's a god. Russia's wonderful. Oh, we love Russia. Bibi's bad. Boo the Jews. The Jews fucking run that place. Right? They're preparing Tucker Carlson. Look, they're preparing the Messiah, the new Hitler. Right? Hitler was funded initially by 2 Berlin Jewish bankers. And ask a Hitler group here, hey, how many Jewish bankers died in the Holocaust, died in a camp, gas-chambered, gassed to death, or whatever, typhus, got found in an attic? How many? Oh, I think he arrested a Rothschild once. Can you just name me? Remember, this is the sworn enemy of the German people, the Jewish bankers. But of course, the only reason Hitler was there was the Hofjuden, the court Jews of Europe, and the old families of Europe, because Goering was his establishment handler. Goering was the conduit into the royal families of Europe and the court Jews. That's who was funding it as they were setting up Greater Israel. That's what that war was for, to get Jews to go there. And they lost control of their asset. It happens to them all the time, all the time. So they're now grooming Tucker Carlson. The Jews, Achtung, das Juden, are now grooming Tucker Carlson for president. They win on everything because none of these Green Beret fags, these Green Beret drama queens will tell me about Arian Rome Emanuel, Heinz Kissinger, multipolar world. None of them. No one will talk about it. Little Nick did a 20-minute episode in between getting his dick sucked by, Stephen Bonnell, otherwise known as Destiny, the admitted bisexual guy. That's his little boyfriend. Nick Fuentes is just surrounded by Jews and leftist homosexuals. Literally. And yet we're all confused. The Catholic conservative. His antics are notorious. Don't worry, the video's coming. What does Donald Trump have to say about Vladimir Putin?
Ukraine, we discussed many, many things. And at the end of a long period of time, it was really it was just the two of us and interpreters.
He's talking about being with Putin. This is 27 years ago. So this is 2018.
And at the end of this meeting, I think we really came to a lot of good conclusions. A really good conclusion for Israel, something very strong. He's a believer in Israel. He's a fan of Bibi. And we're really helping him a lot and will help him a lot, which is good.
Come on, all you Trump fags. Come on down here. Oh, 6D chess, man. Tell me about, do you reckon the Green Beret faggy drama queen heroes are going to tell us about Chabad Lubavitch and 666 Jared Kushner? It's the left, and there's leftist Jews, and now the Christian Zionists. Oh, the Christian Zionists. So now you do realize that American and European Jews are now supporting Israel more than ever. Do you realize that? Because now they're shitting themselves. You don't think this is the old transfer agreement all over again and Tucker Carlson's running for president? Tucker Carlson can't tell us about Rupert Murdoch's 50-year friendship with arch-Jewish globalist Heinz Kissinger. No. What does this say? This is Borscht Belt. These are all very mainstream industry publications. Borscht Belt, will Israel spurn America for Russia? This is from 2015, the 22nd of January, 2015. The emergence of a Moscow-Jerusalem axis in the next decade may not occur, but it cannot be ruled out and would dramatically remake the politics of the Middle East, most likely making that region a more violent part of the world where the US has even less influence. This is not good for the US and not an ideal scenario for Israel either. The only real winner would be Russia. There are many good reasons for a strong US-Israel relationship and millions in both countries that badly want to see that relationship become even stronger over time. Looking at what Israel would do if forced to find another patron only makes that even more apparent. Oh, so is that why all the Putin fans are saying we should abandon Israel because there's another patron ready to go? Israel to lure Soviet Jews from Germany. Again, these are all linked below, and I will even leave the text document with all these links up. I'll turn it into a PDF and you can download it off my Patreon. I will put this up on YouTube. It will be freely available for free on the Patreon. The link will be below and you can download all these basic links, a half we could get. Israel, former Soviet immigrants, transform adopted country. Russian-speaking Jews who arrived over the past 20 years have integrated little, but influenced everything from culture to politics. If you haven't heard about it, it's because in free speech world, where everyone's got free speech, people like me don't have free speech. We are completely bubbled, completely unlinked to, completely uncross-promoted. Look at Lee Levino, look at Mary Silver, the incredible work, political work they're doing. You don't even know they exist. Should be obvious to everyone. Let's have a look. The million-plus citizens of the former Soviet Union who migrated to Israel in the past 20 years have not only made new lives of their own, but they have transformed their adopted country. They have influenced the culture, high-tech industry, language, education, and perhaps most significantly, Israeli politics and the high-tech sector. That's interesting. Why Russia needs Israel. Why Russia should take over Israel's defense from America. Oh, I love this one. This is my favorite. Go and read it. Where's that really good section on having a freer hand in the occupied territories? Let's have a look. I think it's down here at the bottom. Where is it? But barring that, Israel could at least have a freer hand to intervene militarily in the Palestinian territories without concern that its main global patron would criticize it on human rights grounds. That's what it's saying is, if we go with Russia, we can do whatever we effing like to the Arabs. But that's not to worry. Chabad Lubavitch and Donald Trump, they'll hand the 2,000-pound bombs. Look at the Anna and Cenk Young Turk show. Oh, those barbaric Jews, those barbaric Israelis, genociding. Yeah, but which president are you sucking up to now? Well, he's doing his best. Tucker Carlson, Candace. Who gave them the 2,000-pound bombs again? I said, oh, peace, baby. Can we have some peace? Be a good boy. Come on. The week. Where is it? This is my favorite. Israel and Iran both set to join Russia-led free trade zone. After 2 rounds of negotiation, Jerusalem close to agreement with the Eurasian Economic Union. Separately, Tehran also set to sign deal in the near future. That's my favorite ever. So on my site, if you go down all the way to, you watch them all, but just go to the bottom to all the originals. Some of them are literally 7+ years old. Very good videos. Go and watch video 1, 2, 3, especially 3, Primakov Doctrine, all that stuff. Just go and watch those videos you see there. Just those alone. Traitors to Trump are great, showing Roger Stone's friendship with left wing. Have you ever noticed right, left? Talk about Roger Stone. Roger Stone's best friends with Bill Kristol. That's Irving Kristol's son, the old father of the neocons, the literal father. That's best friends with Roger Stone, who's best friends with General Jim Jones, NATO, Marine, Psych, Warfare Training, Denology, Clear Force, Exposed in Shadowgate. Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about the fact that Donald Trump's original grooming with Cambridge Analytica, Steve Bannon, SCL Group and NATO? Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about Steve Bannon and Russiagate running around with Jared Kushner and hanging out with Russian GRU general's son and Satanist, LSA Crowley Satanist, Alexander Dugin, meeting him and Kissinger in Rome in 2016. Want to talk about that, Steve? Want to talk about that? Fuck. Go and watch these, but go up to, let's go to videos and we'll go to popular, but let me guess. Oh, it's there now. Remember how I showed you? Remember how I showed you that this one, Who Killed Charlie Kirk, wouldn't show up in the most popular till I pointed that out and suddenly it shows up? Watch that video. The Trump election conspiracy, what everyone misses. Watch that video. Go on, watch it. Watch Charlie Kirk was waking up to Netanyahu. That's Lee Levino. If you don't know, got and ambushed Steve Bannon, Corey Mills. and Charlie Kirk about military intelligence, Russia's infiltration of Israel. Go and watch that free. That should have 3 million views. He does shorts on TikTok. They get 900,000 views in 7 days. He can't get 3,000, 4,500 views on YouTube. He can't get cross-promoted. He can't get linked to. Mary Silver can't get linked to. Boy, fancy that. Fancy that. These little girls. Little girls. MAGA. This fucking clown. He's a clown. He's a fucking Green Beret drama queen. Probably getting a bit of tag himself. Look at him. I've had enough. I'm not tiptoeing around these people. Dude, we haven't been tiptoeing for 30 fucking years and we've got the scars to show it. We'd like to know where you've been all this time. Dealing drugs with your friends? The links are all below. I get tired. So, I've got to repeat this shit over and over again. They're grooming Tucker Carlson, the Jew baiter. All right? They're getting him ready to run for president. Nick Fuentes, somewhere in the Senate, he'll get Congress. They're not going to put him up there. He's going to hang around with Matt Gaetz, is he? They can both fuck 17-year-olds. But, well, Matt will handle the females. Nick Fuentes will handle the boys, the little boys. Nick Fuentes is a bisexual. He's homosexual. He's never had sex with a woman, all right? He's absolutely confirmed. He's very proud of it because it's gaslighting. He's handled by Jews, surrounded by Jews. I'm isolated. Nobody loves me. I've just got, bought a house, cash, got his $500,000 back. He's flying around business. He's doing great. He's doing great. He's getting backed up by Kanye West. He's hanging out with Alex Jones, who makes $12 to $25 million a year flying first class, claiming to be the dissident. All of them were inciting over, and that's in my next video. Trust me, you'll see the collection of incitement. Him, Ali Akbar, another little dick sucker, tiny prancer, bisexual / pedophile, who's sucking off Karl Rove. It's amazing. Oh, the neocons. Well, funny, but all the people you support, including good old Tucker Carlson, are fucking neocons. And in fact, the neocons you would hate in terms of Mikey Pompeo and General Jim Mattis are the ones that handled that fucking retarded orange clown and got him out of the Kissinger multipolar world order in the first place. Whatever you think of them, that's a fact. How do you go around with your cult of bullshit personality and you can't even tell me who Ari and Rahm Emanuel is? You can't tell me who Susie Wiles is? If ever you wanted the fraud, it is the fraud of frauds. Now Tucker Carlson is being groomed. Because let me tell you, the people I speak to, interesting people. They meet retired generals, NASA scientists. You wouldn't believe, you know what they do? I've got JSOC contacting me on WhatsApp. We're talking as the Ospreys, or so they Chinooks. No, they're Ospreys flying overhead. I'm down Tampa Bay by the airfield. I'm January 6th, I'm on Washington setting up a sniper position. That's who I'm fucking talking to. That's who's handing my fucking videos around. Well, this little bullshit Green Beret drama queen and that fucker, Joe Kent, is a piece of shit. You should have seen the way they were staring at Mary Silver and her daughter alone in a cafe after she started, "Hi, Sammy. Hi, Joe." Let's get a picture. Let's get a picture up. Let's get a picture of Dawn hanging out with Joe Kent. Went to his house, gave him all that info. I have permission to put that up. That's Dawn, regular of my Patreon. There she is with Joe Kent, gave him all that information. Just scowling. Him and Semi Bird, although Mary Silver won't hear a bad word about Semi Bird, but whatever. I consider him a piece of shit too. Mary Silver loves him. Where's the support, dude? Look, if Mary becomes a lesbian and engages in sex with, I don't know, dogs, something insane, something disgusting, will you support her then? If she comes out as a man, will you support? What does she have to do to get any support from you fucking whores? You fucking whores. You are whores. Every last one of you. Military intelligent whores. Oh, nuclear war. Remember this, Joe Kent? There's going to be nuclear war. Here's what you should know. Oh, buy my coffee mugs. Oh, here's Joe Kent's fucking second wife. Oh, Heather Kaiser, aren't you the one that's on the fucking grey zone? The socialist green left fucking are you fucking serious? It's in your fucking face, you dumb, stupid morons. The Messiah cometh. The Jews are running fucking Tucker Carlson. The Jewish Power Network is all. Why do I know? Because they won't tell me about Arian Ram Emanuel. They won't. Rothschild. I want every day. I want to hear Rothschild. I want to hear City of London. Okay? I want to hear about roundtable groups, think tanks, foundation system of funding, and I want to know how we're going to round all the fuckers up in suits and shoot them. I'd like to know how. Because it's treason. They've engaged in treason and in the fact they have promoted and pushed wars for 20 years that have killed millions of people and caused untold suffering around the world. And Tucker fucking Carlson was front and center cheering it on. And then he said, well, you know, I woke up in 2023. I admitted it. I got the Iraq war wrong in 2023. And when everyone laughed at him, out came that fat slob pig, Alex Jones. Says, oh, yo, Tucker, we used to talk. And I remember 2010, 2015, you were onto this. It's like, oh, fuck off. Fuck off. The Here Are Our Heroes. What did Albert Pike say? We will give them their heroes. Try and find the original quote. You won't, but I believe 100% he said it and wrote it somewhere. We will give them their heroes. Because if they were telling the truth, we would have the narrative. They would tell me who did 9/11. Yes, Israel, intimately involved. So are many others, but Israel primarily. Okay, Israel, City of London. Why? How? Chris Boleyn. First thing, hello, Candace Owens here. Happy Tuesday. I'm just getting over my friend Charlie Kirk's death. Oh, God, coffee sales are through the roof. And I just want to say, now we have on Chris Boleyn to tell us that Israel did 9/11, because you know how much I hate the fucking Jews. Okay, thanks, Candace. Show on Chris Boleyn. Yep. How about you put his book up? Show one, link to one of his videos. Nope. Come on, Tucker. Tucker, tell me who Chris Boleyn is. Tell me who Amit Yoran is, his brother and his father. His father who founded Israeli Aerospace Industries, where they convert aircraft, you know, for drug trafficking. You know, which probably Green Berets are running around filling up with drugs with Navy SEALs and Combat Applications Group. Man, tell me why it is. Who is Atwell Security, founded by the Shin Bet in the Netherlands, you know, the ecstasy production capital of the world. And Atwell Security, right, tried to get the World Trade Center contract in 1988, and they were busted by the Port Authority and someone in intelligence who tipped them off who they were. They lost the contract. Atwell's lucky because 9/11 would have happened in 1990 and the Ode Genome Plan. Hey, Tucker, say Ode Genome Plan. Come on, Candace. What is the Ode Genome Plan? Link it all. Project for New American Centuries, Ode Genome Plan, blah, blah. Just, can you articulate it and say, no, it's too busy, dicky, suck with little Nick Fuentes, telling women they should shut up and know their place because the little fag who's never felt the soft touch and the warm perfume smell of a woman's hair in his fucking life is giving marriage advice. See, Jews love to rub goys' noses in shit by making it completely obvious, whether it's throwing Muhammad Atta's burnt passport in the rubble and snickering to themselves. Goy will just lap that up. They're so fucking stupid. But we didn't. We actually exposed the whole thing and they still didn't care. They went after Chris Boleyn. Is little green beret boy, little faggy green beret boy, going to have Chris Boleyn on, show some fucking respect to a true warrior while he jerks off and sells his coffee mugs and t-shirts? Pushing Jew power boy? Right? He works for the fucking Jews, Tucker Carlson. It should be blatantly obvious, Jewish power. City of London. Because if you're really exposing their system, you would expose the system. They don't expose the system. They get little sound bites. Talk about the Marxists and the leftists and the trannies. I mean, they actually pushed the tranny army was coming. They pushed that shit and laughed at us. Again. So I'm not sure what has to happen before people wake up to what is self-evident. Well, a lot of people do, but no one can see us because we're on the free. It's free. Trump's here. It's free. All these people, oh, Trump will save me. Oh, Trump is surrounded by enemies. Trump. Oh, but tough Trump. You're fired. You're fired. I'm Trump. Suddenly he's a little fag. Can't do anything right. He's surrounded. If only Trump knew. If only the Fuhrer knew. He would save us. They want a Christian fucking theocracy. Something, I assure you, is not in the US Constitution. It's completely antithetical. Just like they put the Ayatollah in and put a Shia theocracy in power. And they put a Sunni theocracy in power in Saudi Arabia. Now they want to put a fucking Christian theocracy in power. I wonder who could be behind that. Anyone? Milo Yiannopoulos? Tell us about the Crown Corporate and going back to the House of Windsor and the Vatican. Tell us about that. Maybe, you know, I'm going to do a video. Do Jesuits rule the world? I'm going to do a live stream. Because I was surrounded by they came out of the fucking woodwork. But there's just one problem with the Jesuit theory, is that they're all kind of cheering me on. So like if they run the whole show and they've set up the poor Jews to take the blame, and I'm exposing the Jewish conspiracy which they run, which is to backdoor everything, industrial controllerships. I'm sorry, I don't quite know how that works out. Why am I still alive? Any ideas? Did you ever think that the Jesuits no longer dance to the tune of their former masters, as Jesuit Supreme Court Judge Justice Mazza wrote in the West Australian newspaper? Quote, "Interesting times, isn't it? Interesting times." I just know that I'm just wondering how absurd it has to be. I mean, you could almost get away with Tucker Carlson because he's pretty boring. He's just a dog looking for a master. If you had to pin any, I mean, Megyn Kelly's a literal whore who will literally suck anyone off. I don't know, now she's married and settled, but in her youth, she would literally do anything to anyone, any man, anytime. Candace is just a psychopath narcissist who wants attention, and she'll do anything to get it. Anything. Tucker's, unfortunately, he's not got nothing sexual in the closet. He's a bore. He's just a dog looking for a master, desperate to be loved. And, here we are. And then we've got our Green Beret drama queens. And then there's Mary and Lee Levino, who, if you're going to look at it, it's them that have changed things. It's them that have been politically changing things. Literally, those two people. I mean, others, of course, involved, but those two. And, the rest of us just suck on it. I'm not upset because no one's clicking on my links. I'm upset because I've lost everything. I lost my fucking career. They tried to fucking kill me. They probably killed my sister. They attacked my friends, my family. They broke into houses. They broke into mine every day for a fucking year. Rearranged, did every gaslighting trick under the book. They hacked, they harassed, they pulled cables out of the fucking internet. They were rerouting me through Australian Signals Director. If you want the fucking list of the shit they've fucking done to me? You want the fucking list? And some little bitch like Whitney Webb pops along, grabs the information, gives you 30%. Excuse me, you're the journalist. You interview me, you dumb little bitch. You interview me, the guy that's been to Iran, Lebanon, Malaysia, arrested, jailed, beaten, bashed. That guy. I'm that guy. Whitney with 1,018 pages. That's a fucking movie. I'm that guy. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if fucking Gary Webb comes up and does all that work, Whitney Webb came along, Webb, try to kill fucking Gary Webb, and he's just pushed offline. No one hears him. He's totally isolated and alone. He's in foreign countries begging for help. They're organising behind the scenes. They've got people to move politically in parts, doing incredible work. And Whitney Webb pops along and starts quoting Gary Webb's work that he's bled for, lost his career, he's lost his family for. Imagine, would you tolerate that for a single fucking second? This is a meritocracy. When you bleed for, I didn't just find links and write a little article. I bled for it. Bled from 2009, 2008, when I was first interviewed. Amazing year. Bamford was onto it. Bill Binney was onto it, talking about it. It was amazing synchronicity, amazing action of the Holy Spirit across the land. Imagine. And you know why? They say, oh, you're jealous. You think, what a weird thing to say. But no, you know why? Because they've got their little Lockheed Fusion Centre handler, and they say, you better call that Brendan O'Connell office. Can someone please call his Lockheed Fusion handler? Because he's stepping on my toes. I'm the star. He's not allowed to be in on this. No worries, Whit. We'll get on to this, find out who's handling which department, and we'll have him stop. He's clearly out of control. He's probably jealous he's not getting this attention. See, these fucking whores think I'm one of them. They think I'm a whore like them. They can't fucking believe it. I'm fucking Special Forces, baby. These bitches are... I had fucking SOCOM. Oh, you especially. Oh, come on, dude. You're Commando Regiment. I said, come on, dude. Where were you, Iraq? I said, dude. Finally came down. And this is a guy who's hardcore shit. I've seen all the photos. And if I said, well, okay, maybe you're not, but you certainly got the fucking attitude. And I did. All I wanted to be was in the army when I was young. I was going to join the Special Air Service, slay dragons, rescue fair maidens, all that bullshit. Thank God I never got in due to my knee injury. Thank God. But this is a meritocracy, man. And if real people who have suffered for their craft are not recognized, you understand, I don't even need to be recognized. I just want some fucking money. And I'll happily fuck off because I don't even believe in it anymore. I've seen the worst of mankind. I've watched people sit around and sell coffee mugs and t-shirts, and I've just gone, you know what? If that's the new order, I think maybe it needs to burn in fucking hell. I really do. I just want the opportunity to drop out and have a future and enjoy the last decades of my fucking life, however long I'm going to live. I don't care anymore. I've done enough. I know that. I've done way more than the average person. And I'm fucking tired. My body is telling me it's tired. But there are going to be ramifications for you. There will be fucking ramifications for you if you don't wake up and stop just seeing it as a competition or link clicking or can't everyone work together. These people are military intelligence. They are handled in Lockheed Fusion Centers. None of them are real. Whitney Webb's fucking father is Richard Webb IV, a literal CIA case officer out of Sarasota, Florida, and he helps launder drug money via real estate deals for all his Russian Israeli friends. That's why Whitney Webb is there with Ryan Krishna of the Last American Bag on that fucking fag piece of shit, fucking Corbett, just given the limited hangout non-stop. Putin's great. Oh, China, leave China alone, Steve Bannon. China's wonderful. Of course you are. Multipolar world order, Kissinger, Belt and Road, remove America from Eurasia and the Middle East. Hello, woken up yet? Woken up yet? The barbarians are inside the gates, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, that's just a quick one. Whack this up on YouTube. Again, it will be linked to my Patreon, which will show the video for free, all right, as a free post, and you will see all the links below. Now, tell me, Whitney's just come out and she's discovered all this new shit that we were talking about 7, 8 years ago. Literally, non-stop we were talking about it. I made brilliant videos. They lasted a week. Whole channel deleted. Gone. Just like that. I literally have John Wilson of the CFMEU who went out with the Finger family, Joan Finger, a famous, look it up, Joan Finger, famous communist family in Australia. That was his girlfriend. His brother's in fucking ASIO, based currently in Japan, or that might be off now, who was actually hit by bullet fragments when Nasser was assassinated in fucking Egypt. He's ASIO. He said to my fucking face as I'm getting invited out with Royal Malay Military Intelligence, Gloria and all her friends and her brother, and we're come to the W Hotel Whitdeck. You're going to meet consular staff and oil and gas execs. And I said, do I have to get dressed up? And I like Gloria. She's a great chick, really do. And she said, yeah, you got to get dressed up. And I said, nah, I'm not going. The main reason was I don't feel comfortable being around it. I've never felt comfortable being around that stuff. I just want my fucking justice. I want my compensation. I want my name cleared. I don't want to join you. I know you get all these little faggot pieces of shit. Oh gosh, am I in the in crowd now? That's not me. I'm a Scorpio, heavy Pluto aspects, and I'd stand alone and I'd piss on fucking all of you, basically, literally. And I've got the fucking UN document to fucking prove it. I can walk the walk and talk the fucking talk. The rest of you are pieces of shit. And you live in a world where these goy rats will sit there and think, boy, they're cutting edge. They saved us from COVID. Thank goodness. Alex Jones, the most banned man in America. He's just on all the fucking news. He's all over the fucking internet. He's making millions of dollars a year flying first class. Oh, thank you, Alex. Can I buy your dick pills? You've saved me. And you just think, are you fucking serious? Are you serious? That little transgender, he's fucking bisexual. He's into everything. He's a whack job. Off his head on meth all fucking day, drinking vodka at night just to get straight. He stopped it a lot now. They tried to get him to slow down with his prostitute wife, Erica Wolf. Anyway, I've got to make the video. Anyway, there you go. We've got our little Green Beret fag, our little Green Beret Special Forces drama queen. None of you would support Mary Silver and her brilliant work, or Lee Levino. None of you. And I'm here for the memory. Because I promise you, have a look at my fucking birth chart. All those planets at the top of the chart. If you think I'm fucking going anywhere, think a fucking again. Okay, let me get back to not editing the Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes video. I haven't been particularly interested. I don't know why. Whatever. F. Scott Fitzgerald, quote, "The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposing ideas in the mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. One should, for example, be able to see that things are hopeless and yet be determined to make them otherwise. This philosophy fitted on to my early adult life when I saw the improbable, the implausible, often the impossible, come true."
What is our common bond truly? Freedom. Freedom. Without freedom, you can't be a Christian no matter what denomination you belong to. You can't be a Buddhist. You can't own a donut shop. You can't drive from here to Oregon. You can't be an American because that's what it's all about, and it's the only thing that it's all about, nothing else. Nothing else. It's about freedom.